Let's get into the afternoon action here with the Raiders and the Patriots. Oh boy, how the mighty have fallen, and we've had a lot of fun at the Patriots' expense, and now we get the game that provided the highlight of the season last year with that crazy play. Uh, when the Patriots and the Raiders tried to throw the ball across the field. Oh boy, what a disaster that was last season. All right. For the Patriots, they've lost their last two games by a combined 72-3, and they've hit almost rock bottom for this franchise right now with their 1-4 record, um, with just losing dismal performances like the game has left the franchise behind. Like they said, we can still operate with this type of philosophy and all that. And Mac Jones, 37 starts now. He's got a 17-20 record. So the one thing that we keep doing as handicappers, what I keep hearing, is we want to throw, we want to say, well, we always, Belichick, oh, he always, this is the role. He comes through. And okay, been a few years without Brady, but that was such a large sample size, and there's all the big argument. Oh, was it Brady? Was it Belichick? I don't care. I'm not interested in that argument necessarily. There certainly was a whole method to everything that went on, and we see a field goal here in the game in Tottenham Hotspur Stadium with Tucker. Uh, well, we know that Tucker's got a big advantage wherever he goes. He's probably a big hero over there. Blake says Tucker field goal, 3-0. And thank you, Ray, for your pick here as well in this one. But to go over those to England, and Tucker's probably the biggest star of all the players that go over there, right? They're like the stories are probably like Tucker could probably play for Manchester City. All right. Ferner says you can't go over here with these two teams. You're going to be ending up getting a bunch of field goals in this one. And yeah, because the Patriots offense continues to have so many woes. The last three games the Patriots have they've had 38 drives offensively, and you know how many touchdowns they've had? One touchdown in 38 drives for the Patriots. So they're also -8 in turnovers this season. So you'd think the Raiders could win here. I mean, but man, to have to lay some points seems like, I mean, the Raiders are almost a. Here's the funny thing about this whole thing, right? The Raiders have a lot of. We know that they're kind of like the Patriots West to a certain extent. Their coaching staff is filled with former, and all of a sudden, you don't want to be a coaching staff. Don't want to disrespect anybody here in town, but if the Patriots have lost their way and the game's kind of passing the franchise by because they don't realize how things are done nowadays, well, the Raiders are kind of been, acquiring their coaching staff, their personnel here to a certain extent. And so they might not be doing anything either. And maybe the two franchise look, they got Garoppolo, right? Just because he's 42-19 as a starting quarterback doesn't necessarily mean that you know he's been. Uh, it's kind of like his track record of victories is kind of it was so strong because of the successes that he had that he's starting to get some losses. He's still got a very strong record when people always say, "Oh, Garoppolo." And I've been one of those guys. Oh, you know what I like about Jimmy Garoppolo? He wins games. Well, he's not winning as many games right now, and that's starting to hurt that record a little bit. So, Las Vegas has converted just 10 of their last 37 third down attempts. Raiders have gone 1-4 to the under so far this season. Four unders in 5 games thus far, and the Patriots have gone under in four of their 5 games with a push. Darren says, "Give me the Raiders and pardon me, Raiders and the under." Okay, thanks for bearing with me there. It's a little early. It's a little early. Raiders 13-9 last 22 on games with a spread of 3 points or less. Patriots outgained nearly 700 to 400 in the last 2 games, and I'm I want to take the Raiders here. Uh, just I don't know if I want to lay the points necessarily. Got to make a pick. Got to save the premiums, and uh, I guess I'll play the Raiders here in this one. Doesn't feel very. It feels like it is going to come down to the wire here, and it's going to be like a 1 point game, 1 or 2 point game, and maybe the Patriots can get in there. But it just seems so dismal here at this point. I'm even going to lay points with the Raiders, and that does not feel that comfortable. But uh, something broken with the Patriots. And look, I even said, and I say it almost in jest now. Why not bring in Bailey Zappi? It can't hurt at this point. But Bailey Zappi is not the answer really at this point. I mean, the Patriots tried to cut Bailey Zappi, and they ended up bringing him back to be the backup. So they weren't satisfied at all. In fact, I did see actually that the Patriots signed the former Louisville quarterback uh, yesterday. I think Malik Cunningham. I was going to Google it here. That's Malik Cunningham, and I, I'm not against it at this point. We'll see. I mean, he's a Swiss Army knife kind of guy. He might not. It might not. I don't know if they're bringing him in to be a quarterback. I think that ship has sailed, but it was something to note because Malik Cunningham can certainly play quarterback, and maybe Malik Cunningham is actually coming in to think he is going to be able to compete for the backup job or uh, take snaps or whatever. So, all right, I'll take the Patriots. The lesser, I don't know if they're not. It's not the lesser of two evils. Of course not. The Raiders are. They, uh, they are. They represent evil. All right, here we go.